Today in the vlog, I want to talk about commitments. Now, we are all committed to a lot of different things. Some of us are committed to our jobs. A lot of us are committed to our jobs. A lot of us are committed to family and a spouse, maybe kids. Some of us are committed to hobbies, other relationships, and those commitments are really important to us. Some of us would even say we're overcommitted. Some of us may hear the word commitment and say, in 2017, I want to be more committed to fill in the blank. Even if we're all committed to the same thing, we all are on a spectrum of where that commitment is to that one particular thing. And as you can imagine with the content of this vlog, this particular year, 2017, I've been committed to this book, to this project, this series that our church is doing called Love This Book. And for me, the commitment has been a series of different things. One, I've committed to participating in the series, meaning for 1 year, our church is going to go through the entire book of the Bible. We won't read the entire Bible, but the teaching team has put together a reading plan, and all the sermons are going to follow it. I took it a step further in saying that I wanted to do a 1 week reflection each week. So my commitment and my goal is to do 52 vlog entries like this, to just do a quick reflection on what I read and what I listened to and what I thought about, or the reading series for the week. But there's another component to my commitment, and that component is paying for my journal, which I just realized I had never done. I was sitting with my mom, helping her through some of her technology issues, and one of the things she wanted to do was figure out how to pay for her book. And I realized that I hadn't paid for mine yet either. Oops, not good. It's March, time to pay for the book. As I was poking around, I found it was pretty hard to pay for the journal. And what I found is you actually have to create an account and tell the Blackhawk Church that you're in, and when you say you're in and I'm committed, that's when you're able to go ahead and pay for the books, the chapters. And I watched the video for this week, but I thought I was just going to punt on a reflection of the content and instead say, let's talk about commitment a little bit. What is commitment for you? I told you what commitment is for me. No matter where we're at, I hope we can all find the $2 that Blackhawk is suggesting to pay for these books. I committed to all 4 books, so I went ahead and I paid for all 4 notebooks, journals that Blackhawk is going to put out. And so I just thought I'd take a couple minutes here and show you, if you haven't paid for your journal, here's how you can do it, because it was confusing for me. Maybe it's just me. Kind of a fun way to do a little pivot for the vlog. So if you haven't paid for your journal, here's how to do it. All right, so once you get to this blackhawkchurch.org website, what you're going to do is, if you're not there, just go to the big button on the top left, hit their homepage, and if you scroll down, you can see this box over here called Love This Book. You're going to want to click that. That's our current series, obviously. And here it says, I'm in. Now, I already knew I was in before I paid for my journals, so that's why I was a little bit confused here, and that's really the reason I did this video, is because I'm in was not really, hey, I also want to pay for my journal. So that's where it got confusing for me. So if you click I'm in, and then it's going to ask you to log in. If you look on the right hand side here, it says sign up. What you're going to want to do is sign up for the event, tell them you're in, and then pay for it at the same time. That was the thing that was confusing to me. So I'm going to skip ahead here. If you haven't logged in, you are going to have to create, I think you have to create a profile so that you can make a payment. So again, if Blackhawk Church is your home, you should be doing this anyway. So go ahead and create a login and hit login, and I'll show you where we go next. All right, I'm about to log in here. Once I log in, it says event registration, Love This Book on Sunday back in 2016 when they started this. Up in the pre-fill form, you have to click on My Record. It won't say your name. It might say the rest of your family, but click on My Record. It should fill in all of your information. And then here at the bottom is where you can either choose to pay for
all 8 for the year, all 4 for the year, which would be $8. Pay for just 1, which is $2, or tell them I'm in, but I don't need to pay for the journal. And then you can click on the notifications that you want here to receive via text or email. Click next, and it'll ask you to enter, obviously, your credit card information, and you'll be all set.
Now listen, the point of this vlog is not to guilt you into paying for a journal. You know, here's a little confession. I've been drinking coffee at Black Hawk Church probably for more years than you have. And let's just say I have not paid enough money to cover the costs of my coffee consumption at church. Are you the same way? So I'm not saying this out of a guilt thing. I'm saying this as an encouragement to say, what are you committed to? Are you just committed to showing up at church and listening to the teaching team? And if that's where you're at, I hope that's going well for you. If you're a journaling type, I hope you can fill the pages of this notebook and grow in your spiritual faith. And lastly, if you have it in your heart, I hope that you can pay the $2 per journal, maybe $8 if you think you're going to do all 4, or maybe even pay a little bit more if you want to pay for a couple other people who haven't paid. So I don't even know what Blackhawk would think if they saw this video. Let me be clear again. This is not a guilt thing. This is just a question that I'm asking you because I asked it of myself. Am I committed to something? Yes. And if so, at what level? How committed am I? We're all committed to a lot of different things. We're all very busy. But I think it's in our best interest to sit down every few days, every few weeks, and ask ourselves, what are we committed to, and then what does that look like in our lives? And that's what I wanted us to think about today when I wanted to talk about commitment. Thanks for watching the vlog. We'll see you next week.
Hands to hold on to peace, drink it.